Okay, so this is our platform, algomojo.com. So in case you want to open an account, kindly use this tab where it will help you to get a new account open using our platform so that the APIs going forward will be free of cost for you. Now, in case you already have an API from any of the brokers that we were just going through, you can log in using this button. Hope the screen is visible. Yeah. Uh, okay. Let me log in with a broker, Allies Blue, for this demo.
सर जी।
So for logging into Algomojo, you use the same credentials provided by your broker, the client ID and the user name, password, and the OTP. Just one moment, trying to log in. Normally on Saturdays or holidays, the brokers do a bit of maintenance. So sometimes there could be issues in terms of logging in. Let me try. Let me try a different broker. Looks like there's some issue with Alice Blue today. Yeah, this is a Trade Genie broker. So using the broker credentials, we log into the any of the brokers. So the user interface, what you'll see is common for all the brokers across the brokers. So whichever broker you're using, the home page that you will get is this same thing. Like you have a dashboard, order details, trades which you have taken position. You can go through all these things. Give a summary of the funds used, what are the holdings you have, what are the positions you have. The summary of that is provided here. You can create watch list up to five watch lists can be created. Now, you can have a look at the APIs for you here. Now, this section shows you the API, uh, the API key and the API secret. Till when is this valid? When will this? How many days it is valid for? So on. So those are the details you'll be able to get from this tab. Now, suppose you're a new user. When you log in, you will get 7 days trial. You can try a platform for 7 days free of cost. Post that, you will need to renew the API. The charges involved for renewal are like this. Now, Forever Free is the plan for people who open an account using Algomojo platform. Others can make use of the other three plans that we offer. Uh, on a monthly basis, it works out to close to 1,000 rupees. If you take an yearly plan, it will work out to 600 rupees per month kind of cost for the APIs. Now, once you log into here, what we typically do is we define the parameters or the orders that we want to trade for using our strategies. So we create a template in Algomojo platform. We call this a strategy. So we create a strategy uh, for what we want to trade using our strategies. So for creating the strategy, the parameters that we need to update are like you can give any name. You can say that demo 13th July, any random name which is more relevant to your strategy so that when you create multiple strategies, you are aware what is the strategy going to do, which with which strategy is this associated with. From the name, you will be able to recognize. Then the rule that I was talking about is these are the five rules which are predefined. Depending on the strategy, you will need to choose whichever rule is applicable as per the strategy that you're going to use. So for this demo purpose, I will use something called stop and reversal. Then the segment that you want to trade, whether it is equities, futures, or options, or you want to trade in uh, only options, and select dynamic symbols based on the signal. Whenever the signal is generated, whatever is the if you want to trade in ATM or OTM or ITM, what you those things can be defined using dynamic symbol. Now let us take how most traders would look at trading in options. We could look at the other segments also. So let us see how do we do the setting for options. So in options, we have three instruments available for you to trade. It can be Nifty options, Bank Nifty options, or Fin Nifty options. So depending on what you want to trade, for the demo purpose, let me choose Nifty. Then we'll need to define which is the expiry that we're going to use. So we have two more expiries left, the week 3 and the current month. So let me choose week 3 as the expiry. Then the strike, as I was mentioning, you can define either ATM or you can define up to ITM 20 strikes or OTM also up to 20 strikes. For demo purpose, I will use ATM as the strike price that you want to trade. So whenever the signal comes, depending on what is the spot price at that point in time, the ATM strike will be taken. So it could be for CE or it could be for PE, both. Now, option type is most of them are option buyers. If you're an option seller, you can select option selling. Or if you want to hedge your trade, you can do that either by buying hedging with an option, or you can sell an option as a hedge. So for demo, I'll be using buying as the option type. Then typical order type is either NRML or MIs for options. So you can choose based on your requirement. Then product type is always market. Default is market. We don't have limit price defined as of now. We will shortly have that facility also. So you'll be able to put in a limit price. Number of trades that you want, number of lots that you want to trade. will also need to be defined here. Now, for Nifty, one lot is 25 in terms of size. Suppose you make this 100 lots, then quantity becomes 2,500. It will automatically split into two orders, one order for 1,800, and the balance 700 will go as the second order. So we'll keep it as 100 lots and see how the entire thing works. So you can also select whether you want to roll over or you don't want to roll over. In options, when you're choosing a weekly or a weekly options, you can or monthly options, depending on that, you can say that you want to roll over to next expiry or next weekly expiry or next monthly expiry. For now, let me go with not to roll over. Then you can set target in terms of percentage or in terms of points. If you say points, you will need to give the points here. It could be anything, 100 points of target, and stop loss can also be given as points, say 50 points as stop loss. So depending on your requirement, you can define the stop loss and targets. Now, if you're trading, when you're trading an option, suppose you have taken an option trade at 100 rupees and you have set the target as 100 rupees. So when the premium reaches 200 rupees, the trade will get closed. Or if the premium comes down to 50 rupees, since your stop loss is 50, the trade will get closed. So you can define target and stop loss in both manner, either as points or as percentage. So if your system has already got taken it is going to take into consideration the target and stop loss, you can leave these blanks, not to choose any of these. So these are the basic parameters that you need to set it up in Algomojo platform as a first step. So once these details are updated, we submit this form and you'll get a message that strategy has been created successfully. And once the strategy has been created, there are some things which are auto generated, which are the long URL and the tiny URL, which needs to be used either in TradingView or in Amibroker. So normally we recommend that the long URL be used. So both in TradingView and for Amibroker, you will need the long URL. And for trading in for using it in TradingView, you will need certain messages to be pasted depending on your strategy or indicator that you're going to use. So those messages are also auto generated in our platform. All you need to do is copy these and paste it there. So in terms of automation of your strategy, either running in Algomojo, in TradingView or in Amibroker, all you have to do is do two simple stuff. One is copy the webhook URL and paste it in TradingView or Amibroker. And also for TradingView, copy this message and paste it in the message box of the alert that you're going to create in TradingView. We will be looking at that also shortly. We will take a strategy in TradingView and see how do we automate that. I suppose this is pretty okay. If you have any queries so far, uh, you can raise the queries. I suppose the voice is okay, except Sandeep, I think. Yeah. In case if there's any issue in the voice or in terms of presentation, please let me know here in the chat box so that we can correct the same. Thanks, Rahul, for the confirmation. So going ahead, let's see what is the next step in what. So first process is setting up or defining the order parameters that you want to trade for your strategy. Once it is set up, the webhook URL and the trading view messages will be auto-generated. We will use these things going forward. So before that, what we need to do is say we go back here and enable either live trade or paper trade. So this is the strategy that we just created. So for demo, we will do a paper trade and see how this work. Okay. So we will need to set up. We will check the trading view integration first. Let me open trading view. In case in trading view, if anybody has got a particular strategy to be checked or indicator we want to use and want to know how to integrate that, you can type it in the message box or chat box. I can try and use that indicator or strategy and show you how to integrate that in TradingView. Yeah. Yeah, for using TradeView, you will, for automation purpose, you will need to have their subscription. The minimum subscription would be sufficient based, it would depend completely on how many strategies that you want to trade as such. Now, let me take one typical example. There are some predefined strategies that are running. Let me try and find those. Yeah. So, so we have super trend and we have RSI. Let us see how do we uh, automate the trades which are generated by super trend first. So, so let us try using Bitcoin market, which works on Saturdays also. Yeah, this is Bitcoin market. The price movement is slightly slow, no problem. We will do the setup and check what is the process involved. And if we get any live signals in Bitcoin, we will see how the trades get executed. So all we need to do is load your strategy like this. So this is super trend. It has been preloaded. You can bring in any strategy from your uh, from TradingView. If you already have a code, you can load that, or there are some strategies that you're using from TradingView default strategies with a bundle with trading. You can use them and try and automate those things. So those are possible definitely. So once the strategy is loaded, we go to this area which you see here. More click on these three dots. You'll get an option called Add Alert to Super Trend Algomojo. So once you click that, a alert creation box is open. So here is where we use the message to be copied from the strategy that we just defined in Algomojo. We copy that message here, and also the webhook URL. We'll need to copy it into the webhook URL slot here provided. So these are the only two things that need to be done. You can give a name. So I'll give it as FT demo 13th options trader. So it can be any name that you want to use. So here is a strategy that we created. We need to copy the webhook URL. So once the paper trade or live trade is on, you will not get the edit button. You can use the view button and copy the details from here. So we copy this webhook URL, go to this place, paste it here, and use this message provided in the Algomojo platform and paste it here. These are the only two steps that are involved to create an alert. Copying of the webhook URL and uh, so this is the uh, alert that we just created. We will need to wait if we get a buy or a sell signal based on this alert. So whenever we have an alert generated, it will be shown in the logs. Let me share the logs here. Yeah, we will be able to see the logs in this place. So we will wait for the alert to trigger a sell. Now it has gone into buy. So once any alert gets generated, um, those signals, how are they processed, will be seen under My Signals tab in Algomojo. So you can have a look at strategy wise the details of all the orders placed or all the signals received from this space. For looking at today's trades, we had created an alert called demo 13th July. So As and when the signals are generated, we will be able to see it here. So now you're seeing that in TradingView, there's a uh, buy signal which just got generated, and you are not able to take the trade, but you would like to enter the trade. What you can do is you can take the trade manually also, and allow the system to handle it going forward. So what we can do is we can place an order manually from this place. So this is a strategy that we had created. Since super trend has already gone into a buy, I go take in position manually. Okay. Now I have generated a buy signal. This should have ideally come from TradingView. However, I was slightly late in creating that strategy, but the signal has come for a buy. So let me enter the trade by taking the position manually. And after that, let the system handle it on its own, is what is my plan. So I've generated the buy signal. So I can have a look at what has happened to that buy signal here. It will show you here for this strategy. I've created a buy signal manually and the order has been placed. Okay. Since the quantity was 2,500 quantity total, it has split the order into 2,800 and 700 and placed two orders for the ATM, that is 24,500 CE. You can see the portion for this trade. Quantity is 2,500. The average price is so much. Since the markets, Nifty markets are closed, the LTP is not changing. But otherwise, in a live market, you will be able to see the price updates in terms of M2M and P&L live as such. So this indicates that the you're running it on a paper trade. If it's a live trade, it will not show that as a live trade. It will be, you will be the P will not be there. It will be an empty space here. Okay. So this is how you get to know what are the trades running against each of the strategies that you created. Any questions so far? Anything that you would like to address? You can either speak or you can type in the chat box. Hope this is fine. Okay. What we'll do is while we wait, yeah, Rahul, what we are seeing is, see the best Bitcoin, what we are running is currently in the live market. So this is the live trade which is running. So let us wait for the sell signal to come. Now it has taken a buy. Let us wait and see if we get a sell and see how the order gets generated. So when the sell signal comes, the CE which we have taken here, yeah, that will get closed and a PE will be taken. So currently, we are trading in Nifty options based on the Bitcoin market. So that way you have the flexibility. You can run a Nifty chart based on the Nifty chart. If you want to trade in Reliance, you can do that. Or you're running a Bank Nifty chart and you like to run a HDFC trade, you can do that. So that flexibility is there. So it depends on what you have chosen in terms of order management. What is the instrument that you want to trade? The trades will be taken as per what you have defined in the order management tool that we just created. So as you can see here if you go to view, what we have selected is to trade in futures, sorry, options. So dynamic options in Nifty. So you get a summary of what is that you have created here. So let's wait for that live signal to come and see how this works. Meanwhile, we'll try and see how we do it on a RSI based entry. So RSI, this is an indicator. Now the super trend is a strategy. So in strategy, there's only one step, one alert to be created. This is what we created. Like this is the message box. The action is called strategy.order.action. This will take the input of either buy or sell from the strategy and place it in Algomojo. So we will execute those orders or those signals when we receive from TradingView. However, when if you have an indicator, you will need to set two alerts, one for the entry and one for the exit. So let's try and do that for RSI. Now, process is similar, except that we will be creating two alerts. So we go to RSI, use this more button and say that add alert on RSI. So here, as you can see, RSI currently is at around 67. Yeah. Uh, if it comes down to 60, I want to take a short trade. So what I do is I say that, okay, crossing down, RSI crossing down, and value of 60. Okay. Uh, and when the bar closes, I'm using a 1 minute time frame. When the 1 minute bar closes below 60, I want a put to be taken. So here I say put buy. It can be any name. So, however, for the entry, the message content that you need to use for trading in using indicator is slightly different. What we need to do is we go here and we have given the messages to be used under strategy and indicator. You go to indicator and copy this. Since I'm setting up a sell or buying a put option, I would say that, okay, use the sell option here and paste that into this box. Okay. So when the sell is generated, I will get a put taken. However, what has happened is I've I can create a new strategy for trading using RSI, or I can use the same. Say I've taken the entry using super trend and I want to close it based on the RSI. So I will not change the webhook URL. Now, if I want to trade using RSI separately and super trend separately for entry and exit, you can do that also. Now, just to get an idea as to how the automation works, so I'm going to use RSI as a indicator to exit my trade. So here and take a trade in the opposite direction. Come here and say once you click this, so you have this dotted line. This is, as you can see here, this is the level that you have put it up for selling or making an entry into short. Uh, for put buying as such. You can dynamically change this if you want to bring it down to 52 or 53 or slightly more. Also, it is possible. So I've slightly updated it. It has gone to, as you can see here. I've said that take the entry when the value closes below 63. So this is a one-time setup. You can keep moving the levels based on the requirement of yours. Now, when RSI comes down below 63, or let me, since it's going up, let me try and keep it at 65. So now I keep this level at 65, make this 68. Let's see if when it comes down, it should sell a trigger. It should generate a sell signal, and the existing CE position needs to be closed and PA has to be taken. So it will wait for that candle to close below the level that we have put. They've said that if it closes below 68, then if the candle closes below 68, take an entry. Any questions so far? Anything more you'd like to know so far? Similarly, here, if it is, if the RSI comes down to 30 and it starts moving up, I would like to take a long trade. So how do we do that? We just go here and do a clone of this. So as you can see here, it has created the replica of whatever we did for put buying. We go across that and say that, okay, if the RSI is going up above 30 from below, crossing up the 30 value, it has to go below and come up. Then I say call buying. And here I did change this to buy so that a buy trigger will be sent across. I save this. Sorry, there are too many alerts. Looks like, let me try and stop one of them. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see here, I said that if the RSI, which is coming down, goes below this level and comes up again, I want an entry to be taken. Yeah, so we have a candle which got closed below the level that we had set of 68 close to, and it has triggered a put buying alert. So let us check what has happened to the portion that we have taken. Come here to my signals. As you can see here, the time now is 10:59. So the trigger came from trading view for a sell. So what it has done is we had bought the CEs, it went and sold the CEs, and it took a PE. These are the now, as you can see here, the CE portion got closed and now the PE is running. So this is one of the live trades that we saw. See, Rahul, we don't we in terms of selection of strategies that you will need to uh, do that identification on your own. We don't recommend any strategies. We are an automation service provider. So if you have any strategies which you feel suits your profitability, risk management, and various parameters on which you have evaluated, and you'd like to use that for trading in any of the instruments like a Nifty, Bank Nifty, stocks, any of those, you can automate those strategies using our platform. So we will not be able to recommend any strategies as such, but if you have strategies, we can help you to automate those. Hope that is okay, Rahul. So as I was saying, all the signals that come from your charting tool will be shown here. You can take a download of these signals, yes, and store it for your analysis. Similarly, the orders can be downloaded, the entire summary can be downloaded and stored, and whatever analysis you'd like to do later, you can do that also. Yeah, Amit, we're checking that. I'll definitely revert on that. So this is how we have what we saw just now was how to automate a super trend and how to automate using uh, RSI. Now, there are people, traders or investors who use level-based entry and exits. So, suppose, yeah, how do we do that? So, at any of these strategies or uh, indicators, you typically would like to use the price levels and see how do you automate that. So, if you say that, okay, if this is this is the level 57,769 or 57,770 is the support level. If the price comes down to this level, I want to take an entry in terms of long entry and say if this is the level at which the price comes to and it is a resistance level, I would like to exit a trade. That can also be done. Now, how do we do that? Suppose say this is the level that you're watching for and you'd like to take an entry. When the price comes below this 57,770 and starts moving up, that is where you want to take an entry. All you have to do is come here and say, um, add an alert at this level. So you can say that, okay, price going down and coming up or crossing up a level of 57,770. I will say this as support buy. It is only once. So once you create that, you'll be able to see this level here. As you can see here, this level is defined. So you can keep shifting this. So uh, if you're a price-based trader, you create this alert once and you can adjust this to whatever level that you're comfortable with. So I brought it down to 57,672 or 680. So you can go and put that either type it here or uh, say if I say this as 650 is a level at which I want to take an entry. As you can see here, the price, this level is defined at 57,650. So when the price comes down below this level and starts moving up, then it'll take an entry. Or if you want the price, the entry to be taken as and when the price comes down itself, you can define accordingly. Then all you have to do is go here and say, okay, price coming down is what you need to change. And whenever the price hits that level, the entry can be taken. So you have a support buying. This is where we go and put the buy condition. So it will be very similar. Since it is similar to what we said for indicators. The message box content is nothing but your. We just need to copy from here and paste it in this place. So the system will know that, okay, and other thing that we need to do is define to which strategy it has to be attached. Now, I've created only one strategy. So whenever the triggers are coming, it will get triggered onto that strategy only. Suppose you're trading, this strategy number is 131, what we saw, what we created just now, as you can see here. This is strategy number 131. So if it is to be attached to 130, you can do that. You use the webhook URL of 130 or 129. All you have to do is come here and change that number of the strategy. So whenever the alert is triggered, if you make this 130 or 129, so the system will recognize that, okay, this order has to be placed for the strategy number 129 created in Algomojo, and it will place the orders as per what we have defined in strategy number 129. Hope that is clear. Okay. So always remember, for entry, for when you are using indicators or level based, price based uh, method for triggering an order, you have to create two alerts, one for entry and one for exit, like what we did here, call buying and put buying. So in put buying, we are saying that, okay, what we said is as the action as sell, and for call buying, we set the action as buy. Of course, here also we say that, okay, the price has to be crossing up that level, and in this place, we are saying that the price has to be crossing down that level. So these are typical methods defined by or provided by TradingView. So depending on your study, depending on your strategy, depending on the method that you would like to use for automation, you can choose any of these methods, and but they should be able to generate alerts. If it is not, there are some parameters that we have seen. Though you select that, it doesn't generate an alert. So in those cases, the automation will not be possible. So when the condition is met, the trigger is met, it should generate a alert, and that alert will be converted to an order. That's how it works. So in TradingView, you've seen how to do an automation for a super trend strategy, RSI-based indicator, and price-based entry or exit. Anything else anybody would like to understand from here? Yeah, what we have seen is it is pretty similar to GTT. I've seen a lot of traders who are price-based traders, either for buying or selling. They have it in their holdings, and they are typically a swing trader. It could be intraday traders also. So they set up these alerts for each of these stocks separately. So whenever those levels are met, the triggers will happen either for an entry or an exit. So it's a one-time setup that you need to do in terms of alert creation for the stock that you intend to trade or invest. And it's not complicated at all. It is pretty simple. All you have to do is use the copy paste the message box from here, and the content to be pasted is also provided by us, and the notification webhook URL. These are the only two things that you need to do to automate the signals from TradingView. And as you can see here, Suppose you want to send a symbol also from uh, TradingView, you can do that, but you will need to define the ticker in the alert creation. And similarly with indicator also, if you want to send the symbol, you will need to create the symbol alert, the symbol to be triggered, so that we know that which is the symbol that you are trying to trade with the indicator or with the strategy. So currently, crude option is unavailable because if you see, see, if your broker is allowing market price, it can get triggered. However, if the broker doesn't allow market price for crude or any of the uh, symbols that you want to trade, then it becomes difficult. We have provided the list of options available also for crude as such, but depends. Some brokers allow, some they don't allow. We don't have a provision for limit orders, so the order could get placed, but it could get rejected. Roughly. Similar. Natural gas, I'm not very sure. Let's check. Yeah, similar. You get the options trade in natural gas also, but you need to check with brokers if you can, if they allow market orders, then you can automate it. You can select whichever strike price of natural gas or for crude that you want to trade from this drop down list. And whenever the signals come, it will get orders will get placed for that strike and product that you're choosing, trading symbol that you're choosing. Any other queries one would have on TradingView? Great. Let's look at how do we, let's take a product, create one more strategy so that you get to know what are the steps involved. Let me name this as demo using Amibroker. How do we do it? So I'll select a similar rule, stop and reversal. So it is either long or short always. Then let's look at a futures product for this strategy. I will say I would like to trade in Reliance. So I select whichever future symbol, either July, August, or September from the drop down. Then order type is normal. Market is, as I was saying, the only option default is market only. There's no limit order possible. You can vary the quantity that you want to trade. Let me say 5 lots of Reliance is what I want to trade. Then the rest of the things if required as per your requirement, you can do a rollover or you can set a target or stop loss. We will not be able to see those today in terms of execution because the markets are closed. But in live markets, when you set the uh, target and stop loss, you will be able to see the trades getting executed when those levels are achieved. So once we update these details, we come here and do a submit. The strategies are updated. So all we need to do for Amibroker is copy this URL, go back here, and say uh, enable this for paper trade. Okay, as you can see here, demo Amibroker is updated. Let me start my Amibroker. Okay, yeah, hope you are able to see Amibroker. I select Reliance as the thing. So let me start from the beginning as to how do we do this. Okay, let me load the price chart. Okay, This is Reliance chart. So what we will see, of course, my system, the bridge is already installed. Bridge installation is a simple process. How do we do that? Is documented and available for any of the users who are doing it for the first time. All you have to do is go to bridge, then the documentation is provided here. Go to Amibroker. It'll There's a small video and also the steps involved to install the bridge. So all you have to do is um, follow this process and install the bridge on your machine. It's a simple, it takes less than a minute for you to install the bridge. Once the bridge is installed, you are ready to go. So the other thing that you will need, of course, is the modules. Modules, as I was mentioning, there are for Amibroker, we have five types of, or rather four types, plus one more module called button trading. We will see how do we use the button trading now. Say we click on this button trading, download the module. So the module is downloaded. All you have to do is copy this, come to Amibroker, edit the formula which is already running. One second, let me bring that to the screen. So this is the price formula which is already running, and I add below this whichever strategy or price or whatever chart that you are running. At the bottom part of it, paste the module. So I pasted the button trading module below this code, as you can see here. So this is the button trading module. This is the price code of the chart. So below that, I pasted this. Then I say save. Now, as you can see here, the module has got loaded. You'll be able to see this algo disabled. We come here, go to the parameters, say enable this. As you can see here, algo is enabled. BE is buy entry, buy exit, sell entry, and sell exit, or short entry and short exit. So in Amibroker, after the bridge is installed and I'm sorry about that noise. After the bridge gets installed and after you load the required module, all you have to do is go to the parameters and update the webhook URL of the strategy that you created in Algomojo. So we come here, go to this place, and I would like to trade in Reliance with the strategy that I just created. I copy the webhook URL from here and place it into this place. I say, okay. So let's go back to the screen and go to my signals. Then in terms of strategy, I'm saying that Amibroker is the strategy that I just created. As you can see, there are no signals because we have not generated any signals. Everything is blank for this strategy. So from Amibroker, we say that, okay, do a buy entry. So once the buy entry has been done, you can come to Algomojo, refresh this button. As you can see here, buy entry has been done. And go to orders, you can see that Reliance 1250 quantity has been bought at B219.95. You can go to the positions and look at this. Now, suppose you're a trader and you've taken an entry from Amibroker and you'd like to close the trade. Um, you can do it directly from here. You go to in the position book, you come to there's three buttons which are given here, and you do a square off. If you say square off, the order will get closed. So this is one place from where you can square off, or you can also go to my strategies, and in under actions you have something called square off. If you say yes, the portion which is running will get squared off. So you can use the manual method to either take an entry or an exit, or you can allow your system to run continuously to take the entry and exits. So both are possible. So if you have set a target and stop loss, accordingly the position will also be triggered, and trades will be closed or upon achieving the targets or stop loss. Now, so I'm say for example, using uh, I'm watching Amibroker, and I see that the price has come down or gone up or uh, staying at the same level. However, I would like to close this order and take a reverse entry because I feel that Reliance might go down from this level. So all I need to do is go and say buy exit. Now, since the rule that I have used is in my strategy is stop and reverse. What it will do is whenever a sell is given, it will exit the long trade and take the short trade. You can see here the buy was 1250 quantity. It has sold 2500 quantity. That means it has closed this position and taken a short position. So as you can see now, the position has become 1250 in the short trade. So that is it is working in this fashion because in the rule that we created here, as you can see here, the rule that we have used is stop and reverse. So whenever there is a signal, buy or sell, I want the current trend, current position to be closed and a reverse trade to be taken. So that is why it is called stop and reversal. Suppose you choose long only, then only long trades will be taken. Now, suppose you want to change the rule in the middle, you can do that still. So I come back here and say that, okay, let me close this paper trade. When you're closing the paper trade, the system will ask whether you want to close all the existing positions which are currently running. If you say yes, the Reliance portion will get closed, or if you say no, it will still continue. So let me close the Reliance portion, which is running. Now I go back here and say that, okay, I want to take from now on, I feel that the market is going to trend down only. So I'll take only short trades. Then you can say short only and come back here and say update. So now this strategy has been now rewritten to take only short trades. Okay, so I enable this paper trade. As you can see here, there are no open positions because we just closed that with when I switched off the trade from paper trade before making the while making since I wanted to change the rule, I closed that position. Now in Amibroker, I go here and say uh, take a buy entry. Now the rule that I've used is long only. So what would happen is though I have sent a long entry, okay, it will be rejected because it'll either look at if there's a short position already running, it'll close that position, or if there's no position open, then it'll say that okay, there's no short position open for me to exit, and it will not take any new trade. So orders got rejected. So my position is still zero. Now in Amibroker, say for example, I get a short trade, so I take a short entry. You can see here. Now the short signal has been generated, it has been completed. So any trade that happens, you will be able to see whether it is executed or not executed. And the reason why it is not executed will also be shown here. If there's a margin shortfall or if there's a wrong symbol, whatever could be the reason for rejection, you will be able to make it out from here. So in terms of orders, as you can see, 1250 quantity of short position has been taken and selling here. Now, meanwhile, what happens is I go and square off from here only. So the trade is closed, and the Algomojo platform will remember that okay, there's no position here. Now in Amibroker, if you go and say that short exit, since there's no position running in Algomojo, it will reject that order. It will say that okay, I did not find any short position to exit, so it has rejected the order. So you need not have to worry. If you close manually, what will happen to the next signal which is generated from your charting tool. So the order will be rejected and no new position will be taken. So positions are zero. Rahul, there's no limitation in terms of Python-based bot on as such. We don't put in any limitation. Of course, the only limitation would be in terms of number of paper trades that you can do per day. So by default, for all users who are trying or using our platform, you will be able to use three strategies, which like this for paper trade. Beyond three, you'll not be able to do it. But there's a cap of three paper trades at any point in time given. And in terms of live trade, there's no limitation at all. You could have as many strategies that you want to run, as many symbols that you want to run uh, as such. So, and also in terms of three paper trades, we have seen people who generate lots and lots of signals. So the system could get overloaded. So we have put a limit of 200 orders as a limitation per day in terms of paper trade. We feel that, see, the reason why the paper trade is given to see whether the orders and signals are getting processed as per your expectation. It is not a backtesting tool at all. I wouldn't say that use paper trading facility as a backtesting tool. It is more to reconfirm whether your strategy is running as per the expectation, whether Algomojo's platform is meeting in terms of your order execution efficiency or in terms of method also. Um, like I've seen some tools where if there's no portion available, it'll take a reverse entry which you did not want to. Those kind of things. Whether you want to check whether the paper trade is given to see whether uh, those functionalities are all working as per your expectation. But in a live trade, in the live markets, when you're running the paper trade, the prices and the stop loss and targets will all work as though it is in a live market. Only thing is, it is not placed in your broker account. It will be in Algomojo only, running as a paper trade. Uh, um, in case partner, we can definitely discuss. You can get in touch with the office or send me an email. I'll share my email ID also at the end of this presentation. We are pretty open to partner with people who would like to use our platform or recommend our platforms as such. And for mentor, I mean, how to use the platform, uh, given, we have provided uploaded videos for all the steps that are involved. Otherwise, also we have a support team which would help people online to do any kind of setup. It could be trading view or Amibroker bridge setup, any troubleshooting to be done. We are available for you. Mahesh, in terms of specified profit and loss, so it is one of the parameters for your risk management. Currently, it is not available. That is another area that development is happening. We will have uh, a facility where you can specify for all the lots put together. If my profit is X, then close all the trades. Or if my total loss in the day is so much, close all my trades and no new trades. Those are some of the other areas of risk management that we are working on. Uh, Going forward, it will be launched and you'll be able to use it. But currently, no. Yeah, one other point, of course, a lot of people who use Amibroker would also use a facility called exploration. Now, when you have a single strategy and you would like to run it across multiple stocks, uh, you can add all those stocks using something called watch list. Yeah, for this strategy of 131, which I created, you can have as many stocks as possible, but you will need to define what is the chart symbol. This should match the symbol which is being used in Amibroker. For example, if your data provider has got a format of Reliance underscore then the same things need to be provided here. So I will say that Reliance underscore I, and here will be something which I will use from the drop down. And I say that, okay, I want to trade in 10 lots and add that to the watch list now. So that way you can keep adding to the watch list. And if you at a later date, if you want to change the lots that you want to trade, you can always change them. You can say that, okay, I want to trade 20 lots of Reliance now. Say, make that change. So whenever the new signal is generated, you will have 20 lots. Now, if you feel that the watch list is pretty big and it's cumbersome to upload it manually, you can reach us out, send the entire list in Excel format. We will upload it for the strategy that you have created from the backend so that it will be visible for you here. So all you need to do is go and do the change in the number of lots that you want to do, or in the Excel itself, you specify the order quantity that you want to trade. So uh, currently for exploration, you can either trade in equities or it could be intraday or positional, or it could be futures, stock futures. Currently, stock options are not available. Similarly, Nifty options are not possible, or indices options are not possible as of now for exploration uh, kind of requirement, because we'll not be able to add the trading symbols and the chart symbols. Options would require a pretty large number, and they're dynamic. They keep varying every week and becomes difficult to update those. So we restricted it only to futures and equities. Any other queries? Any other things that you like to understand from about Algomojo? You can either type or you can call. You can use the microphone to talk. Yes.
No, sir. I think I'm clear. I just need to
Yeah.
kind of try it out and see
Sure.
how it
Sure.
works, what it does, right? And
Sure.
maybe
Sure.
then
Sure.
I'll have a few questions and then I'll come back to you.
Sure. We are available on all 6 days. Monday to Friday, we work from 9 to 5 o'clock. Saturdays
Mhm.
from 10 to 5 o'clock. We are available.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
How else can you reach us? I would say that also in terms of accessibility. It could be telephone, it could be WhatsApp, it could be online chat. I'll share those details by the end of this presentation also.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
sir. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other queries on TradingView or Amibroker usage? Okay. Now, we've gone through this. Some of the new features that we are currently working on. A lot of people would trade uh, with friends and family members, and whatever trades that they take, they want the same to be replicated across various other accounts, could be friends or relatives. Uh, so, to help those kind of traders, we are coming out this facility where, based on one signal from either TradingView or from Amibroker or whatever tool that you're using, orders will can be placed in your account, plus also the other accounts which you define, and with where you want the trades to be taken. That facility is under development. We'll be able to launch that soon, and it could be across brokers. It's not restricted to one broker. It could Some people could have in Zerodha, some in Angel, some in Alliance Blue, whichever broker where we have the API integration done. You could use across brokers. Trading stop loss is another feature under development. We'll be launching that shortly. Then we have seen a lot of people who like to use very well-known strategies like a super trend or EMA crossover. So these will be inbuilt in our platform so that you may not have to automate them in your charting tools. You can do a subscription and start trading directly from a platform itself. Of course, limit order is another facility that will be launched soon. Then currently, in terms of reports, you'll be able to download only the current day's reports. Going forward, you will be able to download the historical reports also. Then for option traders, we will have much more facilities in terms of trading for options. They are ready-made strategies, bullish strategies, or bearish strategies, or neutral strategies. All these will be ready-made and it will be available. You'll be able to automate it at a click of a button. Then charting is one scanner that we have integrated. We are working on other scanners also. Shortly, those will also be available. Yeah, I was discussing about the support that we offer. We work on all 6 days, Monday to Friday from 9 to 5 we are available. Friday on Saturdays 10 to 5. You can contact using WhatsApp. This is our WhatsApp number, or you can call our office during these times, or you can raise a ticket, or you can send an email also, which will get addressed. Yeah. This is briefly about our support. In case if you have any other queries, you could ask them. This is my email ID in case you need any support or any information, any coding to be done. We also do coding for Amibroker applications and TradingView. You can reach us out, send your requirement by email. We will check for the feasibilities and we'll be able to come back to you. Great. I think with that, we come to an end of this presentation. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for taking time out to attend the session. Please feel free to contact us if you have any requirement, any clarification, any information about the platform and how to use it. We are there to support you. We are there to help you out to make your trading and investing journey a very successful one. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bye.